Hello everyone. So today I'm going to talk about some other things that we can do in layout. Last time I talked about what did I talk about? Oh, sorry. I talked about the grid lines. So grid lines is still here. So now I'm going to talk about some important elements that is required in map. So first thing that I want to talk about is north arrow. So you can go to, once you are in the layout form, layout page, then you can go to the insert over here. Once you click on the insert, you will find north arrow option over here. So you will have a lots of options to include as a north arrow. You have to choose based on your requirement, and sometimes people just use this one or this one or this one, whatever you would like to. Okay, there are lots of options that you can use. So simply I would let me just choose one north arrow. Okay, this looks really amazing for me. So I'm just selecting this one, and wherever you want to plot the north arrow, you can just drag and drop like this. Okay, so you can see here, these are the, I mean, this is the north arrow. If you want to move this one anywhere, you can just move around. Okay, so if you want to just reduce the size or increase the size, okay, this is how you will do it. So depending on your requirement, right, it's always about the cartographer who makes the map look so beautiful. So you have to be careful with what you do with your things, right? Okay, all right, so this is just simply a north arrow, and there are some of the features. If you want to have different angle, maybe you can just rotate like this. Can you see the rotation? Yeah, you can check over here like this. The north is rotated, so you have to be careful like how you are orienting your overall uh, north arrow and overall your map orientation. If the map is actually in the north direction, showing the upper portion into the north direction, then you have to be careful in that way. And yeah, and one thing is really interesting, like if you are, okay, there is one more thing that I would like to show. For example, if you are showing map over here and you don't want to show the background of this north arrow, then what you can do is you can just put the values, I mean put the value of background. For example, you can see here there is a background, and if you set some colors over, for example, let's just say red for now, so that it will be visible. So yeah, this is how you can also add, but it is not a good idea to add like that because it will not show, I mean, it doesn't look good, right? So normally in various map you will find that it will be just no color. So this is how you can work with, and there may be other things. Okay, that's the placement, width and height. However you want to adjust, you can increase or decrease the placement in, and also the position, and you can select where you want to position based on the width, and I mean whatever you want to. Okay, so yeah, this is how you can work for the north arrow. And addition to that, I just want to talk about the skill bar. There are lots of skill bar that you can plot. For example, there are like empirical scales, which is in the miles. You have different options like whether you want to use this simple bar or crossed bar or down bar, and there are like multiple colored bar and also multiple layer color bar. There are lots of options that you can use. See, there are like if you want to use both miles and kilometers in your map. Normally in UK, I guess, or maybe USA, they normally use miles, I guess. I'm not sure about exactly, but yeah, in many countries they use miles. In some countries they use kilometers, and I'm fond of like using most of the time with kilometers. So I'm just showing you one example. So for example, I'm using metric system, and I'm just plotting the scale over here. This is not a good spot for the plotting scale bar, but I'm just simply showing that one. Okay, so once you select that, you can see on the element that you can see the properties of the scale bar. So this is the main properties. So however you want to manage, so the first thing I will check here is I don't want to show this whole kilometers written over here. So let's see. whole kilometer written over here. So for that I will just certain the label, so I will just write km for kilometer, then it's quite clear and easy, right? Okay, so this is how you can do, like, change however you want to show the unit in the scale bar. So other than that, I will show some more properties. You can check out like what different things are there, and you also have to be careful like which map frame that you are scaling. For example, here I have two map frame, right? If you are selecting this one, then you will be plotting the map for this, plotting the scale for this map. And if you are selecting this map, then you are plotting the scale for this one. So you have to be very careful while selecting the scale bar. So yeah, now let's just check. So this one is map frame and map frame 1. So let's just check which one is map frame 1. Okay, this is the map frame 1, that means this is the scale map frame. So for now, if I select here and check the map frame that is selected here, map frame is selected, that means this map scale is visible over here. Okay, so that is how you have to be very careful like how you are going to plot the scale bar. Okay, so let's just check few more information, like there are a lot of ways you can adjust all the information in your scale bar. For example, if you select adjust division value only, then it will just adjust based on the divisional value, and there will be like adjust number of division, right? Okay, so when you minimize or maximize, this adjustment is done automatically. Okay, so for now, so yeah, this is how it works. So maybe when you select this, the adjust division number, so you have to be careful like what is your actual division value, maybe 50, 100, whatever. Okay, so you have to understand all those things. And there are other options you can explore, and I'm just staying with this one, adjust division value. So it is like automatic. If you just adjust this value over here, it will just keep on adjusting how you want to do it. But if you want something fixed, then you can just go and select this adjust number or division. Okay, there are other options, I haven't checked all of them, but you can always go and check if there is like different information that you can find out. Okay, so other than that, I want to show you more information. Okay, there are also marks. So if you want to show like only to the division up to the midpoint, then yeah, see, this is just showing up to the values only, or maybe division only. They are kind of similar. And if you saw this, see, there are like divisions. This is how you can select like which one you want to show. Okay, yeah. So yes, oh sorry, what happened, I just messed up over here. Okay, so let's go back to another information. So same to the north area, you can always put the boundary as well as this is a border. So if you select, for example, if you put black over here, see, this is the boundary box that will appear, right? And if you select the background color, then you are going to see something. Okay, let's select gray. See, it will cover the black box. So the background color will be blocked. So this is useful when you are just overlaying over the map, because sometimes you may not be able to see the scale bar, so it will not be fruitful. And if you want to adjust this color outside the box, then you can just increase this x gap and y gap, then the ultimate color blocking the background will increase, and it will be more useful for you. And if you want to add shadow, it's not a preferable thing in normally in the map, but sometimes you may find it. So this is just a shadow. Okay, I don't find it attractive at all, so normally I don't use it. Okay, so this is it. And if you, it is the same thing, like how do you want to set the height and width of this scale bar. If you increase the height, sorry, you have to be like, okay, the height of the scale will be increased, sorry, width of the scale will be increased or decreased, okay, depending on how much you want to put the values, right? So yeah, this is it. And also what you can do is you can always position your uh, values of position of the x and y. For example, this is dot, right? Can you see the dot over here? So this is what it is indicating. If I just select this over here, and dot will be here, so this will be the xy position. So here 11.543 is the x position, and 444 is the y position over here in the map. Sorry, over here in the layout. Okay. If you want to just cross check, then you can just check over like here. The value is around like sorry, here it is. Here, okay, the value is around the 11. And if you check just over here, the value is around 144.45, right? So yeah, this is it. So this is how the alignment is made. It is all same for like all kind of elements that is used in the map. So just after that, I just want to talk about the legend. So legend is very specific thing, and you always have to be careful about how much information you want to show in the map, and you have to be sure like which layout you want to show the legend. For example, I want to show this one, showing all the details of the map. There are lots of layers that you can see over here. So for that, I'm just simply going to click on legend. You can select whatever types you want. There are more options as well. So I just want to select for the first one for the first time. So I will just drag and drop over here like this. Now you can see there are like legend, point name, so many things are there, right? And you can see there are like symbols and representing the name and so many things. So for that, you just go to, you have to check like whether it is legend or not. If it is not appearing, then just select or double click on this legend, it will open. And sometimes you will see that this will uh, sometimes you will see that this title will be off sometimes. Okay, if you don't want to show legend, then you can just turn it off, on, or turn it off. For now I'm just turning on. But what I don't want is like this watershed name, so many things are extra information are there, so I don't want to show them. So what I will do is I will go to show properties here. Okay, and sorry, did I missed something? Yeah, so once you go to the show properties, then you just unselect the layer name. That means it will not display the layer name. So I will just show you, this is the layer name. Okay, here, so this is what is not shown. So this is the, I mean, what is that? Oh, I missed again, sorry. So this is heading. Sorry, I forgot the name. Okay, so if you don't want heading, you can just make it off. Then we will just have label. Okay, that is how you can simply make it worth. Great. So this is one thing. And other thing is, if you stick with only one column, then you can turn it on so that every element will stay in one column. But sometimes if you do not do this, and if you decrease your size here and increase the size over here, then you can see like you can also align in like number of column, right? So this is how you can just simply manage this, depending on like how you want to orient your legendary details. So legend details, sorry, legendary, what am I saying, legend details. Okay, so yeah, similar to other details that I showed you, there are also like adjust column font size. There are so many things you can just make yourself familiar with this. If you want to do something with manual, then you can just simply go and add manual. This will always tell you like what exactly you want to, how exactly you want to put the information, if you want to modify based on your requirement. And if you go to here, the same thing is, if you want to add some background color, then this will be background color. So while adding the background color, be careful with what you are adding, because there will be legend information, right? So sometimes the color may not match with what background you put, so you have to be careful with that. and shadow is the same thing that I showed earlier, and border is also same thing. Yeah, normally in legend you can use border actually. That will sound, that will look better, sometimes no. I do not know. You choose yourself. Anyway, that is how you can change the background, sorry, border. That is how you can just add the border line. If you want to increase the thickness of the border line, you can do that. Oh, it looks bad. Anyway, so just go there. This is the same thing, how you want to place the things, how much you want the width of the legend, and so on, right? And there is like text symbol. That text symbol is for this text. So how, which format you want to use for all this information, right? You just select which one you want to use, and or if you want to increase the size of the text, you can always do that, right? So yeah, this is how you will go and change. I'm not saying showing everything, because it's like not a one thing that you do in the map. You have to be like a handful of using all those information one by one and checking like how you can do all those stuffs. So yeah, this is the basic thing that you have to understand. So I may come up with other, or one or two more videos explaining about the layout. So today I covered the north arrow, legend, and scale bar, and I will try to come with some more information, probably maybe about the grid. So yeah, that's all for today, and I'm so glad that you watched till now, and thank you so much for watching. I'll come up with another video, and yeah, see you in the next video.